Assalamualaikum and hi, my members and me from Group 9 are about to present on food security empowerment through plant-based diet. First of all, these are my group members and me together with our names and our metric numbers. Now, let's proceed to talk about the subject. So, what is food security? According to 1996 World Food Summit, food security is defined as everyone continuously has physical and financial access to enough, safe and nutritious food that satisfies their dietary needs and food choices for an active and healthy life. Next, what does it mean by plant-based diets? Plant-based diets are diets that include primarily plant-based food. There are many types of plant-based diets, and one of them is vegetarian diet, which is a diet that do not consume meat at all for several reasons. Another type of plant-based diets is flexitarian diet, which is a diet consists mainly plant-based foods but also eat meat occasionally or with some meats. Now, let's talk about the background of this study. Food insecurity is a very concerning issue which affected up to 2.3 billion people in the world. It is said that nearly 670 million people will still be facing hunger in 2030, even after considering worldwide economic recovery. Hunger, malnutrition, and poverty are intensely related to food insecurity. So, plant-based diets may fulfill food security since they are low cost and can promise all the necessary nutrition.
Next, scope, which is SDG2, which is ending hunger, achieving food security, improving nutrition, and promoting sustainable agriculture are all priorities. The purpose is to end all forms of malnutrition and to ensure sustainable food production systems and implement resilient agricultural practices that increase productivity and production. The aim is to ensure that everyone everywhere has enough good quality food to lead a healthy life. Achieving this goal will require better access to food and the widespread promotion of sustainable agriculture, and this coincides with the concept of National Biotechnology Policy 2.0, which is food security. Next, problem statement. The first one is food insecurity around the world. The number of those facing acute food insecurity has soared every year. This situation has gotten so serious in the last couple of years that many countries are now at the risk of famine. So, how we can take action as a food biotechnology student to reduce this food insecurity issue? The second problem statement is a lot of people suffering from food allergy. Vegetables such as cabbage, carrots, eggplants, and many more, especially green leafy vegetables, are said to be fundamental in daily intake for optimal health. Thus, what is the alternative for people who suffer food allergy to get full nutrition?
Alright, now I'll explain about why do we choose plant-based food as the solution to strengthen the food security. So basically, the reason why do we choose plant-based food is because it can provide us a complete nutrient while being a cost-efficient solution. And as we all know, the basic nutrients that we as a human require are the carbohydrates, the proteins, the fats, and lastly, the vitamins. And for the next slides, I will explain furthermore on how plant-based food can provide us the complete nutrients while being a cost-efficient solution. Okay, so I will start with the vegetables. In general, vegetables such as cabbage, carrots, eggplants, and many more, especially green leafy vegetables, are said to be fundamental in daily intake for optimal health. And the vegetables are also known with its low in calories, rich in fibers, as well as nutrients such as the folic acid, vitamin A, vitamin C, and iron. Next, in terms of fruits like pineapples, bananas, watermelons, and many more, are great source of vitamins, water, fibers, and minerals. And it is also suggested that we should include at least 3 servings of fruits per day. Last but not least, for the nutrient contents in nuts and seeds, such as peanuts, cashews, chia seeds, and so on, are recognized as a good source of fats, fibers, vitamins, and minerals. And some of the nuts and seeds are specifically source of omega-3 fatty acids. So overall, plant-based food can be practiced by all of us as long as it is a well-planned diet. Because according to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, they say that the well-planned vegetarian and vegan diets are nutritious, healthy, and may be beneficial for the treatment and prevention of specific diseases. And finally, the reason why plant-based food is said to be cost-efficient is because, according to a study conducted by Oxford University, it is stated that vegan diets were the most affordable in high-income nations and might save food costs by up to one-third. Meanwhile, vegetarian diets were a close second. Based on an article, it is mentioned that promoting plant-based diet as possibly cheaper can also be advantageous for achieving more acceptance and reaching a wider range of consumers, as price is an important factor when purchasing, particularly for poorer consumers.
Now I will continue our presentation on the description of food allergens and alternative plant-based food for people with food allergies. What is food allergen? A food allergen is a protein in food or derivative of them that can cause an abnormal immune response. The example of allergy reaction are itchiness, swelling, vomiting, and diarrhea. Milk, peanut, whey, soybean, and tree nuts are some examples of food allergens. Now let me turn our attention to the alternative plant-based food for people who have food allergies. The first alternative plant-based food is chia seed. Chia seed has anti-inflammatory benefits and contains essential amino acids and minerals such as iron, magnesium, and zinc. Also, people who have food allergy can eat spirulina. Spirulina is a type of algae that associates with the many health benefits such as vitamin A, vitamin B12, and B6. And also contain protein. It is typically can added to beverages such as smoothie or taken as a dietary supplement. Pea and hemp seed are two other plant-based food that are suitable for people with food allergies. Pea is hypoallergenic protein, contains a high concentration of amino acid and protein, which suitable for soybean substitution. It can also be used in a baked good and smoothie. Last but not least, hemp seed contain anti-inflammatory and easy digestible. It contains essential amino acids, minerals, and vitamins, which are good for our health.
Next is the benefit of plant-based diet. So what are the benefits from consuming these kinds of foods? There are four main points here, which are helps in body weight management, prevent type 2 diabetes, prevent of certain cancer, and reducing risk of Alzheimer's disease. The first one, this diet helps body weight management. In the plant-based food, it has lower calorie intake than meat-based food. So, the lower calorie intake, the lower body weight can gain. As an example, ground beef has an average 260 kilocalories, while chickpeas only has 128 kilocalories per 100 gram. The second one is the food contain high antioxidants, which can prolong feeling full. Thus, less consumption of food that people will take daily. This can achieve by eating raw fruits, vegetables, roots, nuts, and seeds. The second benefit is prevent type 2 diabetes disease. Type 2 diabetes is a chronic disease which the body produces less amount of insulin and cause body cells rejected the insulin. This is because the larger amount of fatty tissue makes cells more resistant to insulin. In order to prevent this problem, we must reduce carbohydrate and increase fiber. For instance, bean, which known as resistant starch, can help regulate blood sugar levels. Next, fiber in whole plant meals delays the release of sugar during digestion. Therefore, type 2 diabetes can be prevented.
Next, plant-based diet is said to be beneficial for our brain health. It can reduce the risk of cognitive decline, and one of the diseases that is caused by the cognitive decline is Alzheimer's disease. So what is Alzheimer's disease? It is a disease that is commonly caused by the accumulation of beta amyloid in the neuron. And there are several factors that may add the risk of getting this disease. And some of them are age, which means those elderly has higher potential to get this disease rather than the youngsters. Next is head trauma history, genetic, dietary factors, and many more. But today we're going to focus more on dietary factors and how it can reduce the risk of us to get this fatal disease. So how? By changing our diet to these two types of plant-based diets, which are Mediterranean diet and also dietary approaches to stop hypertension diet or DASH diet. Both diet has containing more vegetables and plant-based product and least amount of meat. And why we need to consume more vegetables and less meat? It is because it will accumulate the activity of our immune system and inflammation, thus it can decrease the development of Alzheimer's disease. Aside, by consuming too much of meat, it can increase our cholesterol level because it contains high saturated fat and less fiber, thus increasing the risk of us to get dementia, which also related to the Alzheimer's disease. Aside, plant-based diet also may able to prevent certain type of cancer. Some of them are colorectal cancer, prostate cancer, and breast cancer. For colorectal cancer, there was a study held by Grant J.D. He stated that the consumption of 100 grams of red meat and 50 grams of processed meat per day may increase the risk to 17% and 18% of getting this cancer. Next, plant-based diet may prevent prostate cancer. By consuming cruciferous vegetables like cabbage, it may act as intervene the cancer stimulation. It is because it contains indole tricarbinol that able to inhibit PC3 human prostate cancer cell growth. Aside, it also contains sulforaphane, which is an isothiocyanate that functioning to upregulate phase 2 enzyme in several human prostate cancer. Lastly, breast cancer is always related with positive tumors estrogen receptor (ER) or progesterone receptor (PR) and ER or PR negative tumors. Aside, Nurses Health Studies (NHS) stated that the consumption of vegetables and fruits related with the decrease of the breast cancer. Thus, we need to consume more vitamins and dietary fiber that contain a lot in fruit and legumes. It may have high properties of antioxidant, anti-proliferative, and anti-inflammatory. It can inhibit the damage of DNA and neutralizing free radicals in our body.
Next, I will explain about the actions befitting food accessibility through plant-based food products to consumer. It has two in totals, which are the campaign and awareness of plant-based food products in Malaysia and international. And the second one is the market's role in securing food availability through plant-based food products. There are some examples of plant-based food campaigns that were conducted in Malaysia and international. First, let's see what is the campaign that was conducted in Malaysia. In Malaysia, Growswell Foods, one of Singapore's top innovator plant-based nutrition, and the Country Farms Group, a fully owned subsidiary of Berjaya Corporation Berhad, make a collaboration in launching happy plant-based food products. They committed to making plant-based food solutions more accessible to customers by offering tasty, sustainable, and incredibly healthy plant-based substitutes for meat and seafood. The company offers a line of seafood products produced by Konjac, which is a naturally cholesterol-free, high-fiber, low-calorie meal that will also lower blood sugar and cholesterol levels. It also offers variety of soy-based chicken products that mimic the flavor and texture of real chicken meat. As you can see here, there are 4 types of products, which are Happy Fishy Steak, Happy Fishy Patties, Happy Cheeky Popcorn, Happy Cheeky Nuggets. All of these products are available at selected Aeon supermarkets outlets in West Malaysia. Next, we go international. There is a campaign that has begun in 2003 called Meatless Monday. Their main objective is to achieve the goal of reducing global meat consumption for the sake of our health and the planet. The campaign has spread over 44 countries, including Australia, Belgium, Bhutan, Bolivia, and many more. In Australia, the Meatless Monday, named as Meat-Free Mondays Australia, and has been started since 2013. The activities are very interesting, where the weekly newsletters from Meat-Free Monday Australia feature famous chef dishes. Not only that, their website also provides a blog with the most recent news on meatless issues. After that, we move to another big country, which is Brazil. The Segunda Sem Carne was established in 2009. One of the initiatives is when the city of Sao Paulo provides 1 million vegetarian meals twice per month, which equates to monthly meat decrease of 88 pounds. Apart from that, their website provides access to their vibrant social media groups as well as news, press, recipes, and an overview of the program activities.
Next is the market role in securing the food accessibility for humans around the world. There are 2 approaches, which is the global approach and the local approach. Now, the global approach in market role for food security. For the first point, is the development of alternative meat. Since over the year, the populations of humans is increasing slowly and resulted to overpopulations that we cannot necessitate to all billions of people. Thus, with the development of alternative meat, especially in plant-based meat, we can help to overcome with the populations of humans in need. For the second part is to improve transparency. Since World Bank's group has established a global alliance in order to fight the food crisis, and this global alliance will bring countries, institutions together to support and leverage existing structures, mechanism, program, respond with urgency in the surge of food prices. So for the second part is local approach. Since people that living in urban area or residential people that living in urban area, they have a lot higher difficulty in accessing food necessities. So by developing an urban agriculture, it will lessen their difficulties in assessment of food. For the second approach is by innovations that been established of collaborations from Sunway with Sunway iLabs, where they build a campus which is Sunway Future X, that also leans toward agricultural activity, that's also helping people surrounding for better assessment in food.
As the conclusion, we thought that plant-based diets are a good approach to accomplish food security, since they may fulfill the definition of food security. Besides that, there is less to worry since there is alternative plant-based food for food allergic people. In addition to that, plant-based diets have many benefits to body weight and health. Furthermore, there are some actions can be done to alter the practice, which are campaigns and awareness of plant-based food, and do some actions to market in Malaysia and international.